As up, friends, welcome. Bronze and Mythic off-season. We're doing one more of these Premier Chaos Draft, Ravnica drafts. Murders Karlov Manor, Guilds of Ravnica, and Ravnica Allegiance. Kind of a weird, fun Chaos format. And we're in the off-season. We got Thunder Junction coming up, which is a lot of fun. And let's freaking get to the game and do our thing, right? Like, comment, subscribe, support the content. Again, we're in the off-season. The on-season's coming soon, folks, all right? So we got Karlov, I call it Karlov Manor, Murders. I'm just going to freaking start. Shut up, Jim.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
All right, let's rock and roll with Uncle Istvan. All right, Fugitive Codebreaker is one of our rares. We also have this Lush Portico. Hard questions, Spell Snare. That's a Ravnica classic, right? Love a good Spell Snare. Your comment of the day on YouTube and Twitch is to name the card being Spell Snared here. It's a boomer check, all right? And yeah, I mean, a couple morphs here, obviously. Pretty exciting pack. We got, Question's great. Guardian's great. Codebreaker's great. This is where it's important to note that we're playing a Chaos draft, not a Murders draft. So the Guardian's not going to be as good. This is like one of the best uncommons of a set in a Murders draft. But it's not going to be as good in a less synergy-based Chaos draft. I think I got the rare here. This card's just great. Just like morph, draws cards. I'm thinking the rare, the land, the Guardian are all reasonable picks, but I just like the rare. I'm in. I'm a fan. Goblin Codebreaker, do your thing. All right, and we get past the back with a Deadly Complication. Gonna be better in a Chaos draft because again, all the things about Murders draft are not gonna be true about a Chaos draft. So black red being awful won't be a thing. It's also a removal spell too. Gossip's cool, just a 4/4. We got Person of Interest also, want to be a little more aggressive. We got Escape Tunnel to stay super open. Eavesdropper. Obviously, Gossip synergy-wise is not as good, but it's still a beater. We had this card in our last draft, though, and I kind of don't want to do the same thing again. So, I might just take the tunnel here, honestly. Just stay open, and then see where it takes us. Does select the best cards to the back are red and green. Rare missing, though. Yeah, just take the tunnel. Just gonna keep it open. Keep it real open. You also this is a super easy card to splash too. Just like it's just really good on splash as well. Get past the back with a Detective Satchel and a Cornered Crook. Both synergy cards that get a little worse in a Chaos draft. Tipster Herring, and then not much else. I mean, Satchel's pretty sweet, honestly. This card's kind of gas. Maybe in a more controlling, like Grixis or Izzet deck or something like that. Yeah, I'm in. Sure, card's pretty good. Good card advantage. Remember that the cards were a little worse back then, so like the games go a little longer too. All right, we get a Galvanize, which is obviously just great. Also, Drag the Canal, which is a super solid card, but like just take the on-color Galvanize. And we got Corner Crook. Stromkirk Captain is here, is lost, just kind of hanging out. Also a Gadget guy too. So a lot of good red cards here. It's a good sign. Take the Galvanize. Case File Auditor, Private Eye. Obviously, going to be a lot worse because there aren't many detectives in those sets.
Worst criminal offenders are pursued by the detectives of the Major K Squad.
Cold Case Cracker is like the poster child for a card that gets a lot better in a Chaos draft. It is a very good card on rate. It's good in Murders draft, but not like insane. But in a format where it's more about rate and less about synergy, this card is like the stones. Like the actual stones. So, taking the Cracker here. Pretty easy pick, I think. And, again, cards like Private Eye, Auditor get a lot worse. So, just starting Izzet. Wouldn't mind being a third color, obviously. We've got a couple green cards here. Person of Interest is pretty good. Sudden Setback is whatever. Yeah, it's a pretty easy person. Red Herring. Reenact the Crime. A Whipcracker. Cease. I mean, Red Herring's, like, fine. Obviously, being aggressive could be a thing. We could also, like, maybe end like Jeskai. Because we got to plan out that there's going to be color pairs of the next two packs with a lot of gold cards. So planning out to be a 3-color combination is pretty reasonable. Take the Herring. I'm in. Beats. Red seems pretty open. Thoroughfare, Gorehound, Maverick, Analyst, Recon. Take Thoroughfare. Take the Fixing Land, figure it out later. None of these cards are particularly great, so. Got a couple lands. A Spell Snare tabled. That's weird. Magmatic Snuffler. Returns equipment cards, not particularly exciting. We got a bounce spell, 5/5. Yeah, pretty easy bounce spell, I think. So far, solidly blue-red. There's also a Scene of the Crime is also a fixer, too. Don't want to play 2 bounce spells in my deck most of the time. There's a Gravestone Strider, which can be a fixer also, but I think the land. So again, we're blue-red right now, but could easily move into Grixis. Honestly, any of the blue-red color trios is reasonable, I think. I know you're not playing this card, but sure. So, hopefully it opens something a little more exciting here in pack 2. We have a kind of a, a fine, but solid but unexciting start to our draft. Couple fine cards, couple lands. We are reasonably well set up, though, as far as splashes and stuff go, so. Remember, folks, like, comment, subscribe, watching on YouTube. Appreciate the support. The off-season, we have a freaking Kaya's Wrath. I think white, black might be a little off our radar here. We've also got Eyes Everywhere, which is just a weird card. Minister Obligation is great. This card's really, really good. Dies and makes 2 tokens. We've also got a Combine Guild Mage, which adds some counter stuff. A Guild Gate. Blade Juggler is great. Really, really good card. I think the options here are Blade Juggler or Ministrant, and I honestly have no idea if I'd rather be Jeskai or Grixis. They're both excellent cards. I think I want the Ministrant. This card's really, really good. 2-1 when it dies makes you flyers. It's basically just Lingering Souls. And there are a lot of good Jeskai cards too, I think. Let's take this. I'm in. Picking a path, hope it's the right one. And we get past the pack with a Code of Constraint. Creature gets -4/-0, draw a card. If you play it during the main phase, you tap the creature. It doesn't untap during its next untap step. That's pretty good, right? It's just like, either it's like an icy tap draw, or a combat trick that can draw a card. That's pretty good. Also, Windstorm Drake, which pumps all your flyers, is fine too. Skitter Eel, Azorius Night Auditor. That card seems good. I'm in. A cool little trick. Cry the Carnarium, Gates Ablaze. That's not really us. Don't got any gates going on here. We got a Syndicate Messenger, Prying Eyes. Draw 4, discard 2. A Spear Skewer, which taps to deal 1. It's also not good either. Not a very exciting pack, honestly. Carnival Carnage. I mean, there's no playable red or blue cards, and there aren't really any playable white. I mean, I could play this card, obviously. It's not really exciting. You have a land. I'm just take the land. Take the land, figure it out later. And go to pack number 4. We've got a Grasping Thrall, which is a pretty awesome card, but off our colors, obviously. Eyes Everywhere again. Sky Tether, Defenders of Creatures. Only really good if there's if your deck's all flyers. We got Senate Courier, which is a 1/4 flyer that can gain Vigilance, which is, it's okay. Slimebind, which is a pretty bad pseudo removal spell. Not very exciting packs here, that's for damn sure. We'll take the Courier, I guess. Archway Angel, Azorius Guildgate. I guess red just isn't open, because, it's just not happening for us here. I'll take a land. Angel's great, but, we only have one gate so far we're probably playing, so just take the Azorius Guildgate and kind of figure it out later. Okay, we don't even know if we're white, but I guess the Windstorm Drake's busted with the Aftermath tokens, right? That's pretty cool. So, I'm in. Windstorm Drake. We have a lot of flyers, too. It's like a flyer deck. Red has seemed very closed off going this way, even though it was super open in the last pack. Another Orzhov Guildgate. Well, actually, yeah, it's also insane with the Satchel, too. So we're like a 1/1 flyer. So I passed one before. I probably shouldn't have, actually. That's probably a mistake. There's a Concordia Pegasus, Scrabbling Claws, Orzhov Guildgate. I mean, we have one white card and no black cards. Yeah, Guild Mage. Pretty cool. Let's take the gate. Try and keep things open so if you do want to pivot, we have the option to. We got Skate Wing Spy, 4 mana for a 2/3 adapt. Gives all your countered creatures flying. It's kind of Civic Stalwart pumps the team. Senate Griffin, ETBs, and Scries, which is kind of unexciting, honestly. Slimebind, also not great. Feel like our red cards aren't really driving with our blue and white cards here. Let's take the Griffin, I guess. It's not great, but Blade Juggler tables. Damn. Yeah, black seems super open. All right, let's take Juggler. Maybe we're like moving out of red and into like Esper. Our red cards are pretty good. We can just splash everything, I guess, too. I mean, like there's a million Guild Gates and stuff. We have Thoroughfare and Escape Tunnels, so even seeing the Crying can splash a lot of stuff too. So it is funny we have one black card and one white card, but all of our lands are black. All our duels are black and white and blue. What do we think? Code of Constraint. The flyer thing's pretty sweet. If we table the second copy of the Drake, that'd be awesome. We table a Civic Stalwart, which is like fine, honestly. Also a Watchful Giant, ET make a token. It's kind of mopey. Trumpeteer, Undercity Scavenger, sacrifice a creature, put counters on it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Take the Stalwart. Syndicate Messenger also tables, which seems fine, honestly, in our like flyery deck. A couple unassuming black cards. Very interesting. Sky Tether, Arrester's Zeal. +2/+2. Slimebind. If we get out a red, the Tether's pretty good in our deck, actually. I think Tether. Finish being like a Flyers deck. It's not that good, I guess. I've always liked this card. I put this card in a lot of constructed decks back when it was in Standard. Like, if you're not attacking on the ground, this is pretty close to Sword Supply shares, but alright, this thing can block extra stuff and has Afterlife. It's probably a card we don't want to play, but alright, so red super closed off. Pack 3, we open up a Blood Operative, say 3/1 lifelink, and we Surveil. Can go to your hand. That's cute. It's like going to Surveil lands and stuff. Night Veil Sprite, attack Surveil 1. It's like fine. Devour. We got a Legion Guild Mage, which can tap things. A Dimir Guild Gate if we're feeling super safe. Also Sky Knight Legionnaire, which is a pretty good flyer too. And we have effectively no black cards really. We just have black lands. Is it this the Sprite or the Sky Knight Legionnaire? I think it's just a Sprite. Take the cheaper card we're guaranteed to play. Luminous Bonds. Man, how much worse is this card than Healer Hawk's the nut? Maybe we're just going into white, honestly. Healer Hawk's obviously with Stones. It's like a really, really good card. Yeah, man. Alright, so we're like just splashing red at this point, and we're just like blue-white flyers, maybe splashing black. We've got, man, oh, this card was insane. Remember this card? Find Finality. This card saw a lot of play in Constructed. Double Raise Dead or Wrath Pump a Thing. Cameron's Insight, Haunted Witness, Muse Drake, all middling cards. Let's take the land. Lands for days. Wish there were gain lands. Some life gain would be nice in this deck, but Overlay C is untapped.gg. Obviously, it's not calibrated for this format because this is not a real format, so there aren't really any actual rankings beyond just like the generic rankings for the cards. But Boros Challenger, 2/3 Mentor for 2. The problem is, of course, that we're just like, maybe we're splashing blue. This card's gas. Like a 2/3 Mentor for 2 is insane. Also Sky Knight Legionnaire, and it is a Guild Gate, and a bunch of other cards. Shit. I have no idea. Should take Challenger. I mean, our blue cards... We have not done a good job this draft of, like, picking a lane. Being base Boros makes sense, though. So I think that our, like, Night Veil Spry pick was really bad, actually, in retrospect. I thought we were more blue-white, but I guess with Boros being in this pack... And again, this is sort of like figuring out what's in the packs. Which is why I like drafts that are different sets, which is really cool, because I get to, like, plan out. We get a Beam Splitter Mage. It's not very good. Let's take a land here. Those cards suck. This card's okay, but... We got a lot of lands, that's for damn sure. I mean... We're probably not playing black. Inescapable Blaze. 6 mana, 6 damage anywhere, uncounterable. We got 2 lifelink tokens, a Convoke, life gain doofus. Hammer Dropper's like, I mean, it's like okay. It's not great, but Selesnya Guilty 8. I'm going to take a Token Maker. Just trust this card's like fine. Electrostatic Field. We have a Ledev Guardian. This is a Convoke 2/4. Kind of cool, actually. Convoke's really good. Kill a big thing, Electrostatic Field, or Sure Strike. I'll take the Convoke guy. We have like a decent number of creatures now, honestly. Field seems Manor deck. Yeah, we're sure. Another Boros Challenger. Also a Garrison Sergeant. It's not really us. All right, yeah. So now we're base Boros for sure. We have so many cards here, and oh yeah, all right. I found our lane. You know, I think this is it. Legion Guildmage tables somehow. Also Direct Current here too, but yes, this card's great. Just another good 2-drop. And now we're back on the red plan. I would say these most of these blue cards are gone. Like we'll splash for like Code, Cracker, Satchel, Windstorm Drake probably. Just like get these lands out of here. So no idea how many playables I have. We're at 20 playables. We got Blade Instructor or the Shield Mate. Currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. 2 drops. Let's take 2-drop. This card wants gates. We do have a lot of gates, actually. This card is like almost reasonable in our deck. Damn. This is ridiculous. Goblin Banneret pumps things. Urchin. I think the Goblin's better, though. This card's, like, very mana intensive, and we're kind of, like, spending our mana on a lot of other things, I think. Man, red was insanely open. That's kind of cool. All right, so... I think we're good here. I think we might just be, like, straight Boros, like, at this point. Let's lay it all out. Definitely a pretty wild ride, that draft, but... All right, just lay it all out. Let's call our blue cards for now and see what this looks like. This is our Boros deck. We could play like the track. Funny Tracker's actually fine. If we wanted to play just straight Boros, probably don't honestly, because yeah, the Tether's unplayable in this deck. A lot of nice 2-drops. I think Sure Strike is actually fine in our deck. Stalwart, Tracker's bad. Guardian's good. Messenger's mediocre. Person's good. Hammer's mediocre. Sergeant. Knight. Alright, so yeah, so I've got all the crappy cards. Let's put in the Drake, the Cracker, the Kodak, whatever. The Satchel. This is 21 cards over the exit. I mean, like 1 or 2 more cards. The Mentor is obviously insanely good with the Healer's Hawk, which this card's so good. I mean, Hammer Dropper, we're pretty gummed up on 4, unfortunately. So we really don't want any more 4-drops, and most of the cards we have are 4s. I mean, we can play the Courier, we can play the Sprite. Sprite's pretty good, just like not really a good splash card. I guess we're just like kind of 3-color. We're splashing, but not, honestly. I guess this isn't actually a 3-drop either. It's a 4-drop. So we have 1, 2, we have 5 4-drops. And I think this is 17 lands. We have some scry and some clue. We don't really have great mana sinks, unfortunately, and 16 lands is obviously totally fine. We're playing the scene. I guess I'll play the scene. So let's play 17 lands. Play 17 lands. Escape Tunnel, Scene of a Crime, Guildgate, Guildgate, Guildgate. Thoroughfare is pretty tough in our deck because obviously we have a lot of curve out stuff going on. So we have this. We add like an island and some mountains and plains. This puts us at 9. It's pretty good. 9 white, 9 red, 6 blue. I think I'm in. I like this. All right, cool. So we have sort of like Boros Splash Blue. Maybe a little heavier than I would like on the blue cards, but that's our deck. So Chaos Red number 2. Here we go. You two folks, take a second, pause the video, scroll the comments. Why? It's prediction time. Place your bets. What do you think? 7 wins, yay or nay? Boros, aggro, flyer stuff. I don't really have any good rares or anything like that, but just a pretty solid uncommons here. Obviously, Boros Challenge is pretty great. And, I don't know. Let's give it a spin. So, let's rock and roll and do our thing. All right, we got non-believers. Chat, coming out me. Get out of here, non-believers. On the play, our hand is not great. I mean, a red, obviously, but I think we can keep this. We got a morph. We can cast a Convoke guy. We're going to keep. I think 3 gates is just enough. I think that's the line, I think. We'd like to have 4. Could have maybe played like an off-color one, but I don't think so. Where were you like 2 turns ago? Playing this turn 1 or 2 would have been freaking great. Alright, so now we need to decide if we're going to play our... Yeah, just play the morph, whatever. This card obviously has a lot of value later in the game, but like... Whatever, is what it is. Can't kill me, I got Ward. Shields up.
Ooh, disguises!
Alright, its opponent is also playing a lot of colors. They're also playing morphs. We draw a Cold Case Cracker. I think I'm going to play Scene of the Crime and just play this thing as a Convoke thing. I don't want to get into combat, but if I don't attack, it becomes obvious this is a very important morph. So, let's just cast this and play our tap land. Not a gate, unfortunately, for our Sergeant, but... Nice blocker here, too. I love Convoke. Great mechanic. Great draft mechanic, fun constructed mechanic. Pretty sweet. Don't you know that you're toxic? Remember, folks, first with that follow button. If you're watching YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Support the content. Hit the buttons. Do the things. Off season. We got Yeehaw! Thunder Junction coming up. Full set review is going to be next Friday. That is the 5th of April. And then we got 10 new brews coming up. We got the new Bronze Mythic run coming up. Lots of stuff. Also got a Nervous Gardener flipping here. Sure.
Your true form is revealed.
All right. Gotta go gardening. You know, gotta tend to those plants. Getting a swap. All right, they have the full set. They got all colors here. They're playing a Demir Informant, which is a 1/4 EDB Surveil 2. Horned Turtle with upside. You got it. So our flyers look pretty good here. If we find a gate, do we cast this guy next turn? Maybe. Outlaws at Thunder Junction is the next standard set, yes. It's also the next Pro Tour set, which I'll be playing in Seattle in about a month. Pro Tour Outlaws at Thunder Junction, standard and draft. Bird. Not sure what we're currently thinking about, but it's a great time to go follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on everything. Because this is my job. This is what I do. I'm here to entertain you in various ways. And if I can't do that, then I'm a failure. Is what it is. All right, so no good attacks here. We'll just play our Cracker. We could play this Sergeant and try and just mise a gate, but I just play a Flyer. Just get going here. Play a Flyer, so they go. Got the 1-2 punch of like a bunch of beaters and some flyers and kind of stuff too. So I'm not a sushi guy. No sushi for me. Next PT is Standard and Draft, and then Amsterdam is 2 months later. That's gonna be Modern with Modern Horizons 3. That's gonna be a tough one too, because like, you know, as far as getting cards, like obviously Modern Horizons 3 is gonna totally upend the format, and like there's gonna be like, you know, 20 must-have cards in it. So it's gonna be an interesting one, I guess. But all right, they got 6 cards in hand. Got the old Cracker here. Hypothesizzle. Draw 2, then you may discard a non-land card. When you do, deal 4 damage to our creature. So that's like fine. Discarding a spell is like obviously insane for us. So they discard a Prey Upon, and they kill my Cracker, and I get a clue. Sure, it's fine. We draw a Guildgate. Awesome. So now we have our Double Striker online. That's pretty gas. We're also just like building up to flipping this thing too, and we've concealed this morph very well. Because, like, we didn't need to get in combat ever. So, like, it could be a crappy morph or a good morph. They have no idea. So, play the Guildgate. Play this thing. We're going to auto-pay and tap this thing. It's pretty great. Nice double striker here. It's a big boom boom. We got a clue to crack. A land clue in play. The Codebreaker's ready to go. We're feeling good here. They have a million cards in their hand, though. So, we're going to be, you know, not going anywhere for a while, but the card advantage of this guy will be huge, I think. So, Justice! The sweet smell of justice. All right, well, that kills our guy, which is fine. Bird! And they're going to play an Aeromonculus, which is a 2/3 flyer that can become a 3/4 flyer, which is fine, I guess. So, play land. Play Person of Interest. And,
UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly.
I think we're, like, not going to crack this clue, because I want to keep my hand empty for this thing, so. A little weird, but. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what they do and stuff. Man, they're just playing all the colors. Here's a Frenzied Arnix. It's going to be a 4/4 trample that they can pump for a bunch of mana. It's fine. And a 2/2. Alright, so they're just letting it all hang out. Play Guildgate. Attack for 2. Alright, so do we crack the clue or nah? We're currently on a full 6 mana to flip this thing. I think so. Would I suggest to someone to become a Magic content creator? If you like Magic and like making content. I mean, what do you mean become that? Like, you know, like you just it isn't just like your job. It's like it's not like you go to school to be a content creator. You know, like you make content and if it happens to take off, cool, that's great. Treat it as such. I mean, we can galvanize the Aeromonculus and try and adapt it. Adapting is sorcery speed or instant speed. It is instant speed. Okay. Galvanize cheapens the cost of this thing too, so you can go land, galvanize. You should go land, galvanize, and flip, which is kind of gas. So, we can like, yeah, we can't do it actually. All right, I think I'm gonna kill this now, so they can't like just get me basically. I'm just gonna say go. Let's say go. See what they got going on. So like, all right, they attack. No blocks. They adapt. We galvanize. If they don't, we don't. Simple as that. But yeah, Magic content creation is very, very similar to being in a band, where it's just like, you don't just like play Madison Square Garden, you know, like you play in a band, maybe write some songs, maybe play a bar, you know, like maybe record some stuff, put it out there, see if people like it, you know, and just kind of like hope that it reaches a point where it's a sustainable career. When Seattle, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. I think that Exclamation Point Pro Tour should be a command for it. So, all right, take 2.
4.5. We'll be in Seattle.
I'll be in Seattle in 4 weeks. Nicole says.
You're actually leaving 3 weeks from tomorrow.
Leaving 3 weeks from tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Guild Summit. Ah, crap. This card's so good. All right, so they're gonna Guild Summit, tap their 2 gates and just draw 2, and then every other gate will draw a card also. All right. It's difficult to get used to talking everything out loud. Not really. I don't know. All right. Yeah, we're gonna kill this and flip. Kill the flyer. Flip the code breaker. Discard his planes. Go to small tour. Sleep in your car. Open for a larger band. Get 1 viral TikTok, and you're there. That's all it takes. 1 viral TikTok. Very similar to Magic too, honestly. So, discard hand. Draw 3. Love this card. Big fan. We draw land, Healer's Hawk, land. Alright, and we draw a Civic Stalwart, which can pump the squad. Doesn't really do a lot for us, actually. I'm going to start by cracking this friggin' land, honestly. Just tap this for mana. Crack this thing. Seattle is not a Magic Con. It's a closed door Pro Tour, which is kind of weird. But it just is what it is. So, alright. That's pretty cool. So we can go land, Hawk, Challenger, and I guess say go. And then next turn pump the squad and go for a nice attack. The mana sync of a Challenger is kind of cool too. Yeah, they just have this 4/4. We can't really attack, so. Again, the card advantage miss is going to suck pretty bad, so. Let's see what we can do. Draw. Oh my god, the gates. This card's so good, like in the gates deck and constructed. Oh my god. That card should be in our deck, not your deck. All right, take 2. It's closed door Pro Tour. They're just like not having 4 Magic Cons this year, so there's just like no place to host it. So they decide just to like host a small Pro Tour, which, you know, not going to be a big con. Take 2. They have 4 cards in their hand. It's not good. For us, it's pretty good. They're going to sack a permanent and draw a card. Interesting. Alright, well, that was actually kind of a cool draw. We draw Escape Tunnel, so we can, like, make one of our things unblockable. Problem is, Vraska is freaking 6. We attack Vraska with the Healer's Hawk. We're going to pump the Challenger once. We can afford to pump the Challenger again, so it'll be a 4/5, which is good. We can make maybe the Code Breaker unblockable. Are we going after the Vraska? Probably have to, right? So, like, we have this Person of Interest. Yeah. 4 power on the Challenger. Pump the Healer's Hawk. Pump the squad. Move to combat. The Hawk and the Code... Alright, yeah, this works. This unblocks. So these 2 go here. The Mentor will pump that up. These all go face. We'll lose 1 to the Frenzied thing, but I think it's fine. And they'll pump the Challenger also. Probably. Most likely. We'll see what they do. But yeah, so attack like this. This thing is 6 mana to pump. It's a lot to pump, so I'm not worried about dying, I don't think. So, alright, let's jam. Send it! Might have been a Mentor on something else, actually. Because, like, the Hawk is going to get through anyway. I've heard the Amsterdam flights are not cheap, unfortunately, so... Okay. So we get to kill the person. They killed the gardener. This is fine. They blocked horribly on this thing, so they just didn't read the pump ability. All right, I mean, they didn't read the ability on Boros Challenger, and now their board is terrible. So hopefully we can close this one out next turn. Challenger's a nice late game pumper, obviously, and then obviously it'll always mentor because you're pumping it. So this card's freaking awesome. Like a 2/3 mentor for 2 would be insane anyway. It's like a super solid 2-drop, but the pump ability is just like way over the top. So Hero's Hawk also just, you know, building our own Baneslayer right now too, which is great. This card's cool. Good like bread and butter limited card. 17-15. They have 5 cards in hand. We killed Veraska. They're just playing all the colors. Not a care in the world. We actually have more lands than them, despite the fact that we sacked our Clue land also. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. They fire off a consume. 4-mana attack creature, raise power, and they gain lives. They kill our... Honestly, it's fine, because it's like one of our worst creatures anyway. This card is much worse than Challenger and Hawk at this point. Ooh. Getting in. Alright, getting frisky. We draw a Senate Griffin. That's fine. So we gotta pump this Challenger and get in for an attack. And then... I guess play Griffin, so sure, yeah. Alright, so pump this once. Combat. This attacks, this attacks. I guess these don't attack very well. I could do this, I guess, but like they have a free block. Get to attack back and say, yeah, it's fine, let's just do this. Mentor. We're training our Healer's Hawk. I don't want them to block this because I want to play my Griffin. That's great. So in for 6. FX, resub, thanks so much. And then we'll cast our Griffin. And we'll Sarai 1. Red Herring is bad. Spot on that. And just say go. Alright. We're doing it. Card's bed's not here. He's laying on this mat. Grasping Thrall. Can't see him anyway. Unauthorized exit. That is a good pickup. We might just bounce this Grasping Thrall, just get him in the air. Actually, I want to pump on 4/4. We pump the Challenger twice, then grow the Healer's Hawk again. It's pretty good. Obviously, that taps me out of the exit, but if they have a trick here, it's bad. But like, I can't really play around it. I don't think so. Right, just go land, pump this thing, pump it again. All right. Well, they pass priority immediately, so the timing tell is huge there. I mean, they can trade Sky Knight for the Griffin, but I think that's fine. Let it ride. Build your own Baneslayer. I think they can double block too, I guess. That's fine also. So, sure, this is fine. Alright, so kill this thing. Karn's gone, Nicole's gone. We're standing too, so the bed's out of the frame. We're good though. We're looking great here. Open the gates? Sure, you got it. Go find that land. Oh, I guess I draw a card, right? So, I mean, Guild's not at 6. Card's awesome. This is kind of what I wanted to do in this draft. Just like take all the gates. We took a lot of gates, but like we just didn't really get any gate payoffs. So, how's this guy doing here? It's a freaking Ditto on my desk.
I said it was on Karn's bed, so now it's on your desk.
This is on Karn's bed?
Yeah.
Why is there a Ditto on Karn's bed? What is going on? Karn's a freaking Pokemon nerd. Alright, face down card.
Nice disguise, by the way.
Like this exit in my hand too, looking pretty nice. We draw a Shield Mate. So obviously committing all of our mana to this freaking Challenger is kind of annoying, but also don't know. This could be anything. They have 5 mana up, so like they could be in a good spot for that too.
It's like Ditto. It could
It's like Ditto. It could be
be anything.
anything.
Take off the mask.
Obviously, I want to Challenger pump this to a 4/4/3. Just seems really risky, honestly. I don't know. I'm getting vibes. I'm getting bad vibes right now. I'm just gonna play this thing until I go. Just say go. I draw a land, I can go pump, and exit. So let's try and like figure out what this here. They go. We can also deck them too. They only have 10 cards left. Is Maze's end of his set? No, right? Like, without this morph being good, they're just, like, super behind on board. So we're not, like, really pressured to do anything. What's going on, friend? Niv Mizzet the Guild Pact. This is an insane rare in this format. Because everything's obviously multicolored because of the multicolored sets. Oh my god. Alright, so they play Niv Mizzet. Hexproof from multicolored. We can obviously bounce it, but that's a problem. Let's untap. We draw a mountain. Alright, well now we can make our play at least. Alright, so now we're just gonna I guess bounce this thing and attack for everything. Because like we just need to win the game now because this thing's gonna kill us, so yeah, let's just do a thing, I guess. Bounce this thing. Prowess Surveil. Top card is a Legion Guild Mage. This can tap things or Lava Spike people. Sure. Then we're going to pump this. Pump this again. And, like, pretty much just send, I think. Like, if this is a big morph, it sucks. But, like, we're just going to die to this. There are 7. Just send it. Mentor here. You figure it out. It was a gadget guy. That's actually... That's pretty bad. So now they can kill my Griffin. Kill the Griffin and the Challenger. I wanted the Prowess trigger, I think. I didn't... without drawing the land, I didn't know I wanted to bounce pump. So... Alright, so... This is bad. Realistically. I mean, we're going to kill all their multicolored cards, so they still have a 6/6 flyer. I guess I can tap it, too. It might be alright here. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to aim for a solid chunk. We're killing a bunch of their crap. We're playing this thing next turn. They play Nib. We play this. Oh, I can't tap it. Right. Sorry. It's got hexproof and multicolor. My bad.
Cloak us at once.
But we can just obviously like lava spike them and kill them, so... One of the blocks, friend. They're cancel all and try it again. Same block. Same block. All same blocks. Clock's ticking. Timeout. Alright, so we got order blockers on Boros Challengers. Fine. That's fine. So, when all's said and done, go to 1. DOB. 10 ways till Sunday. Have we defeated the Niv? Man, what a card to first pick. I was so happy to first pick this card in this format. That was so much fun. I have fun with this card in the regular Murders format, but like, whew, that was great for us. What are you talking about? Who said it was bad? I didn't say it was bad. I'm looking glass half full. Face down card, you got it. Mad Mage resub, you're great. Fairy Snoop going for a look. They got a Wrath in their top few cards here. If they have a Wrath, we just freaking play Guild Mage and kill them next turn, so. Play Niv? Yeah, you're dead. Any lifelink here? Don't think so. Don't think so. Alright, there we go.
Game.
First win brought to you by Anthros, my new sponsor. I gotta say, I freaking love this thing. I'm standing right now, obviously, but this chair is unbelievable. I can actually recline and be comfortable in it, but still maintain the good posture. My Herman Miller chair, like, I just gotta like learn how to sit bad in it, basically. And this thing you can't learn to sit bad in, which is awesome. So take care of yourself, support your body, invest in yourself. You know, realistically, you spend so much time sitting. If you work at home, if you work, just period, if you work, check them out, anthros.com. Please use my link. They do sponsor me, obviously, and the link let them know that I sent you there. And then also, my promo code is Jim200 for $200 off your order. Invest in yourself. It's not a cheap chair, folks. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It's an expensive chair. But you should be investing in yourself, taking care of yourself. Full stop. Check them out. Anthros, phenomenal company also. Very proud to work with them for the year. Check them out. All right, let's go. No red again, but we're just keeping it again. So they ship to Europe. I would assume so. I can't speak for them. Check their website, obviously, but yeah, the thing is that, like, the chair has it's not a lumbar support. It's a pelvis support. So it gets you right here, not here. You see I have awful posture, but like it just like you kind of sit back in it and you can recline and lean, but it still goes. So keep this. High quality stuff, folks. Forest Guildgate. Not red. They mulligan. We don't got any red. It's going to be a nice scrappy game. Draw 2 drop. All right, love it. That's a good draw. Now our draw's actually pretty good. We have 2 drop, 3 drops, so. Any cards from Thunder Junction seem cool to brew a deck? I'll be brewing many decks, my friend. 10 new brews is coming. Full set review, 10 new brews. If you're familiar with my content, we do 10 new brews. We build 10 new decks. We do a full set review. That's going to be next Friday. We'll have promos for all the stuff, obviously. So, Jim200 is the share code. Alright, so we're going to double morph. We still can't find a red source. But we're going to attack. Alright, we're at the point now where now we kind of need to draw a red source. You know, I figured, a few turns in would be fine, but telework from home. Always gaming. Yeah. Gamers, workers. Sitting is a very common thing. All right, we draw a Castle card, I guess. This is a Vigilance Afterlife 1 card. It's pretty good. They have the morphs too. I'm kind of like scared to attack here. If I just have some random thing that flips up as a 3/3. Might just play Guardian as I go. Just kind of pump the brakes a little bit. Could hold the land if we're scared of like a discard effect. Yeah, like all our cards are red anyway, so just play this as I go. Just gonna give it the old emergency meeting and just kind of like chill for a minute. I don't know. I'm feeling bad vibes here, No streamer revenge. 10 new brews in the open ladder. Tell WotC to stop firing all their staff, even though they're making infinite money. Kind of thing, Play clue, crack clue.
Yeah, I'm totally getting a clue.
Draw. I mean, that's actually not a bad draw if you can play it at least. So, Alright, so still don't really have any attacks we're pleased with. Just play more as I go. Obviously, awkward because like this card wants to discard your hand. We need to play. Whoops. We need to play all of these red cards before we can flip it. But no major incentive for our opponent to kill us either. Oh no! No! I didn't draft this set very much, but I am aware this is one of the best limited cards of all time. Completely unbeatable limited card. Ethereal Absolution, 6 mana enchantment. It pumps your entire team, shrinks your opponent's entire team, and then 4 mana you can just make a 2/2 flyer every turn. This is like one of the best limited rares printed in the last 20 years. We can't kill it, and we're just super dead. Just like stone dead on the spot. No chance to win. Yeah. Like, you just, even without the thing to make the ability to make 2/2 flyers, it's still insanely good. And with that, it's just absolutely bonkers. Yeah, I mean, we're just dead, whatever. Like, and we're mana screwed too, so we can't even cast our cards in our hand. Alright, so I mean, just no chance to win. Just gonna pack it up here. Oh, we drew the mountain. Now we're ready to go. What are you gonna do, folks? 1-1. All right, we got a freaking mountain. Let's do this. I think this chaos format is good. I've done 2 drafts, and I'm having fun. Obviously, most chaos formats are fun. Probably won't even be able to play it enough to determine if it's a good format or not, you know? So we got the Sprite here. We're pretty flooded. Sprite's pretty nice, actually. Let's get the Sprite on. So, if we attack Surveil 1. Obviously, we have no graveyard synergy, but, like, just scrying every turn is pretty great. Unfortunately, we should have 4 planes in our hand, which is, like, you know, basically 2 more than we'd ever need, but... So, pretty busted rare, but sure, Cryptic Code is here. Apparently we're in the rares bracket. I was gonna dump this, I think. We just, like, can't really make great use of it. I guess I'll keep it. Put a random card out. Let's play this thing and play a Morph. Say go.
I mean, it literally could be anyone.
Chaos event seems pretty unbalanced. If you open some rares in the first pack, you're gold. If not, you're doomed. Why would that be different than any other draft? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's packs and all the rares and all the packs, you know. Here's Tipster and a land. Yeah, I mean, Cryptic Code is pretty busted up, especially in the play too. This card's just like this wild mixture of like insanely unbeatable late game card, but also just like a really good aggro play on turn 3 and limited on the play. So. I mean, as we just saw with the Ethereal Observation, there's plenty of good rares in the old sets too. So, alright, so we're going to jam here and just play the Mage and the Shield Mate and, like, just try and get our beat on. They're going to bounce the Cryptic Coat and just play it again next turn, which is so bad for us. We find a Detective Satchel. So, the problem is that it's a pretty good grindy card, and making flyers is pretty sweet. But, like, is that fast enough to just beat this 3-power unblockable creature? I don't know. This is going to be Guild Mage and Shield Mate this turn. Then we could play the Satchel next turn. I can't even use it, though. I would just dump this. It's just too slow, I think. Did I ever get the chance to draft MH2? I drafted MH2 at the Pro Tour. That was the Hogak Pro Tour, right? I was there. I was there playing the Pro Tour. Wait, that was MH1. Hold on. Timeout. Yeah, I'm sorry. I played the Modern Horizons 1 Pro Tour. Drafted Modern Horizons at the PT. I did not draft MH2 at the Pro Tour. I lied. I'm lying. I'm a liar. Sorry. So no, I did not actually. I drafted Modern Horizons 1 a ton. Did not draft Modern Horizons 2 very often. I'm gonna bin this. Got it mixed up, I bet. I've heard MH2 was a good draft set too, but like, there's just so many freaking formats and stuff. So many things to do. I just never played it. I think I played it like twice maybe, but. Coming in. Bounce the coat, sure. Yeah, so this is Cryptic Coat, that's fine. Cryptic Coat on the play with Tunnel Tipster is like even better than usual, which is insane, obviously, so. Alright, say go. I mean, we're building a board, you know, and the good news is that, like, our 2/2s can at least attack next turn, but. Yeah.
Cloak us at once.
Here's a coach and a land. And now the problem is that, like, it's attacking for unblockable damage, but also just, like, creating an army of 2/2s as well. So, we can't even tap things, really. We have the herring. We could, like, herring tap something at some point, but, like, they have all ward creatures. Yeah, whatever. Just jam, I guess. I don't want to lose my freaking Morph, though. Like, they'll definitely block the Morph. But if I leave it back, it's like kind of sketchy also. We're stuck on 1 red again, which sucks. I'm gonna leave it back like a coward. I'm a coward. Scry. Code of Constraint. That doesn't really do much for us, so ship that. It's also a spell for my my dude too, so let's do this. They're gonna lose a tipster? Alright. That's actually kind of insane for us. Their face down card was an exit. I obviously can't tap their face down, their attacker, but I can tap their blocker and get in, hopefully. It is ranked, there's just no graphic for it, which is obviously ridiculous. But it is ranked, yes. Which is very, very weird. So like drawing a red source? No, not yet, I guess. Just bounce coat, play coat. Yeah, I mean that's just this card's really good. It's just like a literally like it's a kind of pack rat-esque where it's just like if you just have a coat and 39 lands, like your deck is playable. Might not be great, but untap, draw Garrison Sergeant. That's actually kind of gas. I'm just gonna offer. Just gonna attack. Galvanize. It's fine, I guess. I keep that. We just like gotta try and stay ahead of it. This works. All right, cool. So trade that. The tapper's not good anyway, so play a land, play the sergeant. We have a double striker now, and now we have the removal spell also. And now we're building towards the flipping this thing too. We're trying to beat the coat. You know, we're trying. I'm trying my best here. It's funny, it's like bad for my standing desk that my chair's so comfortable now because I just want to sit down again. But I should stand more. You know, it is good to stand. Bounce the coat, replay the coat. But now we have this double striker, which is actually pretty threatening. We have the galvanize too. Alright. I mean, I am super inclined to just attack here and have a so they try and double block, I can galvanize, or if they have a trick. So let's just jam. Surveil. Person of interest. Being locked to 1 red spell a turn kind of sucks. I've been this. Our morph's obviously good. We've obviously been very, very careful with it, so it should be very clear to our opponent that's good. They're just going to take all of it. Wow. Alright, they're at 5. Here's Boros Challenger, so they go. I think drawing a mountain is pretty good here, actually. Which is kind of cool. If we can just galvanize and then flip it over, maybe. But we'll see. We're racing the coat! This was a Glaive of the Guild Pact. 2 mana for an equipment. Which was over each gate you control. Has Vigilance and Menace. That card's insane. Never seen this card before in my life. Alright, they're going to play a Pteramander.
You're saying it wrong.
Stop drawing
it's
flames!
Leviosa.
Alright, so we have this Boros Challenger, which can attack and pump our Sprite, which is pretty good actually in this trade, one of these things. That's fine. I don't want to expose my Killbreakers still. They have 1 card in their graveyard. And they have 5. Oh, they can make us into a big creature. I have the Galvanize, so this costs. I can't. This costs 8. Costs 7. And they only have 6 mana. That's sick. So we just attack, right? Attack and mentor. Use they for our opponent too, and we don't know who's behind that screen. Super easy thing to do. Pop the thing up. Healer Saw can go to the bin. We're looking for boom booms. Honestly, we're looking for a mountain practically at this point, but I mean these attacks are great. They're gonna block the Pteramander on the Boros Challenger. This is fine. So they're gonna block like this. This is fine. We'll just trade for this, kill this, get it for 2. They got a trick. So now we're going to kill the face down card so we don't lose our Garrison Sergeant. That's kind of a beating, honestly. Alright.
far as I'm concerned, he's no longer a citizen.
Let's keep our sergeant alive. Kill this thing. Pay the ward. It was a island, and now we just lose. So we only lose our challenger here. It wasn't like the worst thing ever, I guess. It wasn't good though. It makes the Pteramander cheaper to flip too. Yeah, this is bad. I mean, we have a one-hit kill creature. Should I play lands? I go. I might even upkeep this now. Yeah, I've got 1, 2. This is 4 to flip. So upkeep will flip this, draw 3 cards, and just try and do our thing. You know, they're still waiting in the end step. Card's great. Card's just so good. 4 cards in hand, 7 mana in play. This thing costs 6 to flip. Or whatever. Evolve. Adapt. Whatever. You know what I mean. They're going to Jetsam. Each player mills 3. You may cast a spell from my graveyard. I milled over stuff. I mean, if they galvanize my morph, I'm super sad. But then their blocks are terrible, so they're going to play this Satchel. Which is interesting because, like, it's really slow. But I guess it's still pretty good here. Do a thing, make a flyer. So we're looking for just a spell of some kind, whatever. We actually milled over more spells. We did. So this is now a 3-mana flip. Upkeep, draw 3. We draw Challenger, Guardian, Stalwart, Mountain. So now I can go land, Stalwart, attack. That forces some blocks. Is that worth it, or should I just play more stuff? I can also just go Challenger, Guardian, go, and then do that next turn. I like that better. Yeah, we'll just wait. So we'll get it in the air, force chump block, get in here, force chump block, and then we'll go Guardian, Challenger, and the next turn we'll go Stalwart and try and kill them. So these come in. Get a Surveil. Top card's a Mountain. Don't need that anymore. They chump. They might not have to chump the Sprite, actually, but sure. I mean, them going to 3 is even better. Because I'm going to have a bajillion 3-power attackers. So here's the Challenger. Here is this guy. And, I mean, I think we beat the code, folks. I don't want to count my chickens, of course.
Could have picked a better spot.
But I think we're looking pretty good against the scripted code here. Crack the clue. Start there. Makes a blocker. 6 cards in hand, but like, again, they're at 3. So every creature I have is lethal next turn, thanks to the Stalwart. They haven't played many spells this game. They keep playing the code over and over again. So, like, they do have a lot of cards in their hand. They could all be lands, but, like, they could also just be spells that were worse than playing code over and over again. So, not exactly super easy to know. Forensic Researcher. Sure. Can't afford to bounce the code and play it again. Pump the squad. If you're ready for a Leroy next turn, raise your hand in chat, please. Mistway Spy. Sure. Who's ready for a nice big Leroy next turn? Wow.
Bingo!
Sick draw. Okay. So we're going to Stalwart. It's funny because we could, like, pump this and Mentor, but, like, now I want to leave this up. So let's play our Stalwart. This gives +2 on first strike. I mean, their blocks aren't even good anyway, so, like, I don't even need this. So there we go. Didn't even need it. At least I have chicken. Let's take a poll right now. YouTube folks and Twitch folks. I need everyone to get involved. Even if you're a lurker. Even if you never post in chat. Never leave a comment. Ever. On anything ever. I want to know. Simple question. Do you know what mana burn is? Yes or no? Just type mana burn, yes, mana burn, no. Do you know what mana burn is? Yes or no? We're on the draw. We can keep this. Yes, 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 yes. No, no, no. A lot of yeses, a lot of boomers. Should have kept it around. Wrong, but the Muffin Man. A lot of yeses. Wow. Is that what happens when I pee? Maybe. I'm not you. Planes. Planes. Alright, well, you can draw some lands, but alright, so we're gonna Guild Mage, I guess. Yeah, alright. There's a legendary Viashana who brings back mana burn. Great. I didn't even know that. So for those who don't know, which honestly is not that many of you, which is pretty cool. Used to be a rule in Magic for a long time that any unused mana at the end of a phase would deal you damage. So if I like have a, you know, a Heartbeat of Spring in play, is that no? If I have what's that new 7 mana Heartbeat of Spring since he's playing Sander called? Whatever. If I have a Soul Ring in play, there we go. Everyone knows what a Soul Ring is. I tap Soul Ring for 2 mana, and I cast another Soul Ring, and then just say go with 1 mana floating. You would take 1 damage to the mana that was floating. So any mana you didn't use, you would take 1.
How about Tron? You have Tron.
Tron lands also work too. Sure.
You cast a Worm Coil.
Sure. I have Tron, Tower Mine, Power Plant, 7 mana, tap all 7, cast a Worm Coil, and I have 1 floating. I take 1 for mana burn. So they got rid of that rule because it makes no freaking sense at all, and it's just super stupid and non-intuitive. But that was a rule for a long time. So they play a Morph. They have a Detective going, which is really, really good, unfortunately. Morphing our Codebreaker here kind of sucks, honestly, because, like, I might even just play it and attack, honestly. Our blocks are bad. We're never flipping it. I'll just do that. Just gonna cast this bad boy face up. I thought this card is so good, too, because, like, a 2-1 Prowess Haste for 2 is just, like, a good card, you know? We don't have mana to use either one of these, so just offer a trade. Yes. Mana Burn was the way to make Mana Drain not broken, which is not true at all. M10, I don't remember exactly, but damage on a stack is an even older one. That's an even older and worse archaic rule. That was also a very good change. So banding is that's also a thing too. It exists. Banding's pretty busted too, actually. So, Detective, again, loot. This card's real good. But they're discarding a spell this time. And a pretty good spell, too, actually, in Incubation Druid. That was a standard playable card. Take 2. We need to find some blue lands. We need to find some lands. They play a Lamplight Phoenix. That's really good. Miss that line again. As a Magic Pro, please explain banding. So, basically how banding works is, and the viewership just goes far, far away. Banding basically means you put creatures together for an attack, and then you choose how damage is dealt. So on offense, it doesn't matter that much. But on defense, say I have 3 2/2s, right? And you attack with a 3/3. I can band them all together and block, and then I assign the damage. So I can assign 1/1, 1/1, and 1/1. So nothing I have dies and your thing dies. Basically, if you ever attack into your opponent's board, and they have a creature with banding and a bunch of creatures in play, all your things will die and all their things will live every time. That's basically the long and short of it. So another uncastable card. All right. Well, the weird thing here, of course, you're going to do a little emergency meeting. They've looted like 3 times now, and they've specifically left up 5 mana and said go with 3 cards in hand, which is super sketchy, but like, I'm just going to attack. So here's a Command the Storm. 5 damage to our Healer's Hawk. That is respect to the Healer's Hawk. Alright, we'll allow this.
Yeah.
It's a really dead Hawk. I mean, if they're, like, out of cards, you know. I think we tap the Detective, actually, next turn. That Hawk's dead. Japanese didn't understand Soulbound because the word soul in Japanese doesn't translate correctly. So the creature they used to refer to Soulbound as creatures making a relationship. Did not know that. Tap a Detective. Less loots. They have plenty of food for the Phoenix. Phoenix is really good, obviously. If we can draw, like, a lot of lands in a row here, it might be okay. But we're pretty screwed, realistically. Did I see the Mars Voltaire playing shows this year? I did not. I had never seen them play before.
I just love your disguise.
Titanic Brawl. If you cast a creature... Oh, target counter, sure, just a fight. Well, we draw a land. The problem is we're just like really dead. So, we're going to play him as 3-3 because it's a better blocker and hope his morph is terrible. Festive reset, thanks so much. Rivals is a lot of fun. Stomping Ground. Must be nice, right? They don't need good attacks here? If they say go, we have a chance. What is going on? MD Big C resub. Oh no. They're gonna find to why isn't this? Yeah, okay, we know what it is. Okay, cool. We draw a blue source. We know this is a 5/5. We're pretty dead. But sure. Play person, play blue source, they go.
I don't have friends. I have suspects.
I feel like... Oh my god. We were like almost there this game. Discard this thing again. Alright. This is a 5/5. This is an unknown morph. We're just super dead here, right? I can't... It's hard to fathom a world where we survive this, but... So, like... If they have stone nothing... Maybe? Probably not, though. Yeah. That was not stone... That was the opposite of stone nothing. That was... Okay, we're dead. I mean, like... Whatever. We just got mana screwed and stuff. It just happens. It is what it is. That's a good... It was a good curve out, too. Detective into Phoenix is really, really good. Alright. Alright, we're in. We're on the draw. We got colors, though.
8 total videos. But obviously some of these drafts are just like time sensitive. You know, like chaos drafts. Right?
Yeah, we'll do a few. We'll figure it out. No early access, unfortunately. Wizards too busy making money and firing their employees. We got only murders cards here. But a mulligan. Oh, but what's a mulligan a lot, I feel like. Healer's Hawk. Bring it on, bud. Let's go. Let's do this, my friend. Little buddy. Little Healer's Hawk ready to rock and roll. Olmark's playing today. Fantastic news. Clan Guild Mage. Bear, Camp Block. This card's pretty bad, actually. Just like a bear for the most part. Alright, so let's get in. Gonna get a mountain. Do our thing. No early access. I know it sucks, right? Alright, it's in for 2. No? No more? They're just gonna main phase airtight alibi. Alright, yeah, whatever, I guess. Get a mountain. This is just a 4/4. Doesn't have reach or anything, right? Just land beats, folks. Just beats by Dre or whatever. Alright, so that's fine. We're obviously getting life back on the exchange here, and now we have our challenger to go along with the Hawk, which is cool, so. Pick one. Sustainable 3% revenue, or 10% for a year leading to a crash. I mean, we all know what Wazi's picking, so. Here's a morph.
I'm going to be a master of this.
And now they're gonna pump the brakes here. So the guild mage is gonna stay home like a coward. Okay. Are we crackering or are we person of interesting? Just cracker, right? Because yeah, I'm just gonna get in the air. So play cracker, attack for 1, and now we're on the good side of things. We're at 19. They're at 17. Our board's great. We got the kill spell, some gas, person of interest, and they've got no 4th land. All right. Yeah, we're just jamming. And I hope you like jamming too. All right, yeah. I think we're done here, folks. Person of interest. Generous Stray. Found the land, but perhaps too late. Here's Nightveil Sprite. So I'm just gonna just play our stuff here, right? Just gonna attack the flyers. Attack the flyers, the menace creature. I guess they could block 4/4 and Stray on the person of interest. Trading the person for the Stray is not great. I could also just like kill the Clan Guild Mage with the Galvanize though, which is kind of reasonable actually. This is also kind of well concealed. If I'm gonna do that though, why don't you attack with everything? That works too. Okay.
She is small, but she is mighty.
Scryfall. Random card.
Testing the Oracle Grid.
Ambassador Blorpity Bloop. Simic 5 mana, uncommon, 3/3, legendary creature, alien advisor, guest. When Ambassador Blippity Bloop enters the battlefield, you get 3 token tickets. Then you may put a sticker on. I'm done. I'm out. I'll see you later. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram for more short form content. It's fun stuff. Hand is not great, but we're gonna keep. We got the scene of the crime here.
And I'll find you.
No, you won't.
You like to draw a creature or a red land. That works too, I guess. A couple tappy lands. Good beater. Phantom. Foreboding Spirit. What is this card? You mana for a 3/3. When it ETBs until your next turn, creatures can attack you or planeswalkers you control. Unless their controller pays 2 for each of such it's irrelevant. Just a 3/3. Okay, so how many planes and mountains are we playing? 6 and 5. I feel like we draw 7 planes and 0 mountains every game. All right. Well, I can't cast a spell, so we're gonna go. And I mean, you can cast Person into Guardian, maybe. Do I ever wish that MTGArena had a social aspect to it? I find it interesting despite Magic being a social game. I played it for 3 years. Never interacted with a single person. I mean, like, in-game chat is just, like, almost always a bad idea. If you had some other idea for, like, a way to make it social that's not in-game chat. Oh, my God. They're just, like, curving out on us here. Alright, so... yeah, this is bad. So they have a nice 2-3-4 curve, and we're stumbling around with our mana, not doing anything. This is bad, yeah. I mean, we got the kind of sketchy hand, but we got the Drake next turn. This card's pretty good. Just actually can't draw red. I mean, again, we've got what 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8.5 red sources. Oh my God, they're doing it. They're just playing a good murders deck. All right, let's take 4. We're dead. What's up, Coco? They just have it all, too. Chance of a Legacy Mog Monday? Probably not. Mog Monday is pretty retired at this point. Yeah, we're just dead. All right, well, that sucks, obviously. Just like, yeah, it was, maybe we could get a mulligan, maybe, but, like, they kind of just had the stones in the play here also. So, yeah, what are you going to do? All right, so we went 3-3. Our deck wasn't great. Not really, you know, kind of just got stomped, but yeah, I don't know. Our deck was a little iffy for sure. I mean, our mana could have cooperated more. Obviously, we had enough red sources, we just couldn't draw them for some reason. We're 11-11. I mean, like maybe one more mountain, one less planes, but like, so you have all our red 2-drops. I don't know, but yeah, deck seemed mostly just okay. Kind of a weird draft too, but that's it. That's the deck. So, YouTube folks, love you, like, comment, subscribe. Once again, we got our full set review is going to be on the 5th of April. Then we have the new Bronze Mythic will be starting on the 16th of April as well. New set, a few more off-season drafts. Love you all. Like, comment, subscribe. You're all great. And peace.